I'm Ray and this is TinyTableGames. Thanks very much for clicking on the video. Today we're trying something a little bit different. Spongebob Squarepants, Plankton Rising. Only we can say Bikini Bottom. So let's get to it. So I know what you're thinking. SpongeBob SquarePants, isn't that a kid's game? I don't know. Is it? I mean, I still watch the show, still enjoy it. And the game itself has some complexity. It's not too complex, but it's pretty entertaining. The toy factor is pretty good, and the cards are awesome in the artwork and stuff. The whole thing just makes me laugh, and it's a lot of fun, and I thought I'd want to share that with everybody in case you've missed it. I haven't really played it that much, of course, because, hey, that is the point of my channel. But just its existence amuses me, and I thought it would be fun to go for it. So, that said, let's get into SpongeBob SquarePants, Plankton Rising, trying to save the Krusty Krab. So, here's the setup for Plankton Rising. You've got the Krusty Krab. Here's the front room, where Squidward's normally work and register. And back here's the kitchen, where SpongeBob's normally working, and of course, Mr. Krabs' office, which doesn't actually play into the game, but I'm glad they included it. You can play 2 to 4 players. In this case, I'm playing with SpongeBob and Patrick. It is a cooperative game, by and large, in which you are trying to complete the 7 of 11 possible orders in the Krusty Krab before you start losing friends or customers due to taking too long, or if Plankton in the chum bucket manages to steal all the ingredients for the Krabby Patty. As things go along, you can earn spatula tokens, which have like little extra icons on it. And the gist of the game is each round you roll a number of dice in your dice pool and you try to match it up to orders or customers or evil to get them out of the way. And time counts down because there's a time mark on most cards, as you can see. And every time you're required to, you put a white cube on those spots, and when it fills up, they're out. If you lose 10 of them that way, the game is over. And if you want to recruit from this side or put time tokens on this side, you have to be in the front office, or the front room I should say, or in the kitchen area if you want to work on the back group. So that's pretty much it. Every card, as you might imagine, has various abilities. You start with, obviously, the people who you're playing as yourself. He is team effort, hence the arm. And Patrick is team friendship, BFF. And his ability is, if you have at least one other effort friend, you get +1 yellow die when you roll. And this here is what it would cost to recruit them if they were in the main deck and you weren't actually using them as players. So the gameplay is pretty straightforward. We'll just go ahead and get started. SpongeBob's going to start, and he's going to try and interact in the kitchen because that's where SpongeBob normally goes. So throw his token over there so you know where he's working with. And once you do that, you got to resolve a Plankton's move. And in this case, he stays in the chum bucket and he tries to solve the riddle of the lettuce and cheese. So we put 1 steel token on the lettuce and cheese. And the location thing comes into play later, because if you see these slots here, he can actually move up into the Krusty Krab from time to time. Starting off, SpongeBob gets 2 red dice and 1 yellow die. So starting out, let's see, we got 2 funds, which are the ukuleles, and 1 trophy, which honestly I forget what that one is. Trophy. Teamwork. Okay, so here are the various choices up top there. For 2 teamwork and 1 fun, we could get the Flying Dutchman. 2 ukuleles and 1 teamwork, so 2 fun, 1 teamwork. I can finish a Krabby Patty. Another Krabby Patty with a different bonus. And notice this one's just an order pretty much, but still it counts. Or King Neptune. And if to his thing is, if you use 1 French or 1 teamwork, you can take 2 time off of any friend, which can be super valuable. That's a tough call. Do that. So we'll spend all 3 dice as rolled for SpongeBob to pick that up. And you just put it at the bottom of his tableau here, and it doesn't actually do anything for him outside of get it out of the way and count as 1 order complete. Then back, put a new one out, and the new one is Frank. If you're at a location with an order, +1 spatula token. Well, that's pretty cool. And so now we're on to Patrick's turn. He has 3 red dice. And he is going to be in the front room there, both to possibly take on Bubble Bass, because if Plankton shows up, it's +1 time to each friend on your team. He doesn't have any friends on his team, just himself, and he counts too, because he can also be defeated. So, Plankton card. In this case, he stays in the chum bucket. So let's see, we got Frankie Billy, which is just 2 teamwork. That's pretty good. 2 teamwork and 1 ukulele to get rid of Bubble Bass. 2 BFFs and 1 ukulele for a double Krabby Patty. Yep. So with 2 trophies and 1 effort, we can spend the 2 trophies to Frankie Billy, which recruits him to the team. And in the future, if we spend 1 trophy, we can remove 1 theft token from the Krabby Patties. So Patrick's little tableau there. And that's the end of his turn. And we refill the card. It is now Man Ray. And the Plankton card is Chum Bucket, and he works on the pickles. Let's see, 2 efforts and a BFF. Well, 2 efforts and a fun can get him Frank, and that one's pretty good. If you're at a location with an order, +1 spatula, that's pretty nice. That just happens on your turn. That's really nice, actually. All right, we'll retain both of the efforts and try to re-roll for a ukulele so we can pick up Frank. We didn't get that. We'll try 1 more time. Otherwise, we got nothing pretty much. But last roll. It's once again friendship. Patrick, who's going to stay where he is because we got too many bad people in the same location. And first, Plankton moves to the dining room. The first thing that happens is everybody who can get a time counter does, except these are evil ones, so they do not get time counters. So that's cool. There's nobody there to get one. That's kind of funny. Beyond Patrick, because him and all of his team's there. So both Patrick and Frank will get one, because that represents everybody on your team being in that location. So Patrick and Frank get 1 time token. That's not great. And now he'll activate the villain orders, which is add +1 to any ingredient. So we will work on the Krabby Patty itself. And Bubble Bass, add 1 time to each friend on your team. So that's 2 time. That kind of stinks. So as you can see now, there's 2 time there and there. Now it's finally time to roll Patrick's dice and see if we can't do any better. Mind you, we've got Frankie's ability now, which is he can remove 1 theft token from any ingredient using 1 teamwork. We should probably focus on that at some point. Okay, ukulele, teamwork, and fun. So 2 fun. Bubble Bass, though, is 2 trophies and 1 ukulele. So if we assign these 2 dice to her and roll again, we can try for another teamwork. Nope. 1 more roll. Nope. Spongebob, who's going to move up here also, I think, because things are looking a little bad. Next Plankton card. He returns back to the chum bucket, which is good. And he's working on the the tomatoes and onions. So the tomatoes and onions get a theft token. And now Spongebob gets to roll 2 red, 1 yellow. I don't feel I'm doing very well with this. Let's see, BFF, effort, and teamwork. BFF, and we'll roll the other 2 dice. If we manage to get double ukulele, we'll take out Man Ray. If we get single ukulele, we'll go for the order. That's the plan. That's neither. So that's not great. Let's try 1 more time. We got a single ukulele. Well, a single ukulele lets us do the double Krabby Patty. So we'll fill another order, which is great. 2 on our way to 7. And that we add, what's it to you? Back to Patrick. Brother. Is there a... There's not even a friend he can pick up that will really help him out at this point. BFF friend. So we'll just stay where we're at and try to knock out some of these baddies or the Krabby Patty. So he'll stay where he's at, which means we now trigger the Plankton card, and Plankton moves back to the dining room, which is bad news, and looks for the ketchup and mayo. That's his first one on that one. So first he triggers time on everybody in there. So what's it to you gets a time token, unfortunately. And so does SpongeBob. And, Frankie and Patrick both get another one. Well, this is bad. And Bubble Bass triggers and puts an extra time to everybody on your team. So this guy doesn't get it, but everybody over here does. So Patrick gets an extra one. SpongeBob gets an extra one, and Frankie Billy gets taken out. Although it hasn't happened yet, waits till the end of the turn. So now we're finally up to Patrick's roll. Dice. I think we're going to go with Patrick's rock abilities, which is remove a time from any friend for 2 BFFs, because I think we're at that point. So there's 1 BFF, so we're going to re-roll the other 2 dice. And we get lots more BFFs. We got 3 BFFs. Well, there you have it. As always, I suppose it was meant to be. SpongeBob saves the day for the Krusty Krab by working in the kitchen, filling orders. As you can see, the game has a lot of luck into it, depending on what cards you draw and how you roll. But as you build up momentum and stuff, it can be really fun. It can also be kind of frustrating if you just can't get the rolls and you just have too many dead turns and things just turn against you. Because Plankton can win faster than you'd think based on that if he keeps bouncing into the right spots. In any case, I think this game is hilarious. I love it. Love the artwork. It's just straight up, it seems like pulls from the cartoon. It's just highly entertaining, and it's definitely going to stay in the old inventory. In any case, I'm Ray. This is TinyTableGames. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and enjoy your Krusty Krab pizza.